Afternoon, ladies and gents. I hope everybody's okay. Let me just get in properly. Mel's been having a play with them markers again, the blendables, and I coloured and cut out the reindeer and the snowman out of the seasonal chums. That's that stamp set, and you do get the coordinating dies, and you can save 10% if you buy both together. Okay, so there's my reindeer and there's my snowman, and yeah, I sat and I coloured them in with my blendable markers. I've been doing all kinds with them, honestly. Now, I love shaker cards, but unfortunately the post office doesn't like shaker cards. So I tried to come up with a alternative, and these are just our note cards. So they're 3.5 inches by 5 inches. 5 inches by 3.5 inches. Okay, and all I done was I put a piece of DSP on the inside, cut it 1/8 of an inch shorter, put a piece of DSP on the outside, got my layering dies, the stitched ones, and ran it through. Now don't throw them away because you can use them for gift tags. Okay, and I done it with the square and I done it with the circle, and I've used the Ear of Cheer DSP because, as you know, it's my absolute favourite. And we're gonna give this a go. You'll also want some, these I got out of the Carousel and Cupcakes kit, if you remember that one, and they are absolutely flat sequins. There's no dimension to them whatsoever, they're just completely flat. So we've got some of them. You can punch out a load of bits if you want, that's entirely up to you. I'm just going to give you the idea and you can run with it. So I'm going to stick my layers on, if I can get a glue to work with me. As you know, mean sticky stuff doesn't get on, or don't get on, should I say. But we're going. We will give it a go. But I have to say, I am really impressed with the markers. There's a colourist inside me using them markers. Last night I couldn't put them down, and even his lordship was saying, oh, that looks really nice, that looks really nice. Little did he know it wasn't me, it was the markers. That was making it look really nice. But what he doesn't know won't hurt him, will he? That's my excuse anyway. Okay, so I'm just concentrating. Look, you can see where I stuck my DSP on, so it didn't move when I was die cutting it. And I always do that. That way you get a precision cut for your top layers. If you're die cutting anything, and I probably left the one on here as I have. That way it's perfectly lined up. Okay, so there's another little tip for you. So we're going to put these on the outsides, and then we're going to work on the inside. Now I have seen a couple of other people do this method as well, That's why I am not giving credit to anybody, because I don't know whose idea it originally was, so I don't want to get in trouble off anybody. A bit of glue sticky stuff still left on there. Okay, so there's the outside of our card. We've stuck our layer down. Now we're going to work on the inside, and as I say, I've coloured and cut out. They are actually tags. When you cut them out, there's your little loop there. Okay, so what you're going to do is fold it over, align it up exact. I don't know where my paper snips are, so I'm going to have to use these. And just cut off, just follow it round and just cut that little loop off. Okay, so you can see the loop is now disappeared, and I'm going to do it exactly the same on my little deer. Can you tell I'm concentrating, gone quiet? Okay, and while we're working on the inside, you can glue these down. Just make sure you line them up again exactly. There you go, and again line it up exactly. There we go. So we've got him front and back. Okay, and just put them to one side and let them dry. Now you're going to bring your tape in, if you can find the end of it. There we go. It's stuck onto the flipping. Do you know, one day I will find something. And you're just going to go around as close to the edges as you can, but obviously not over the edges. And don't leave any gaps. It doesn't matter on this piece, but on your next piece you really don't want to leave any gaps. So as close to that edge as you can get without going over the edge. Okay, and do that same on your circle one, only I'm just going to go round in a square. Can't be doing with this faffing about with tape, especially when tape doesn't like me anyway. Doesn't like nails either, to be honest with you. Don't go over that circle. nearly done, nearly done, she says. I don't want to go over the edge. Okay, now if you give that a burnish with your bone folder, it should lift off pretty easy. Okay, now taking our window sheets again, they're for the square one, these are for the round one. Okay, now you're just going to stick that onto your tape, making sure of course that it covers the hole. Give it a squash down. Okay, now we're going to put the tape on the inside. Again, we're going to follow the tape that's already down. And on this one, you really don't want any gaps. Because if you do have gaps, whatever you put inside this card is going to come out. So on this part, you really don't want gaps. Okay, and again, burnish that down. Now, I'm going to lay down my, I think I'll use my snowman for this one. So when you put him in, okay, what you're going to do is you're going to turn him so that he's looking out the way, and you're just going to place him on that tape. Okay, and then I would go over that with another piece of tape. That way nothing is getting out of there. And peel your back now. Okay, so we're going to take a couple of our little sequins. Now you can't put too many in here because you don't want it bulging, because that's the whole idea. Oops. Static. And I'm going to put a bit of glitter in. Just get my glitter. I'm just going to take a very small amount. That'll do. Okay, now we're going to take our other window sheet after we took the rest of this off. and you want to try not to wash it about that much. Because you don't want all that coming out. So just take it nice and easy. There we go. Okay, and now we're going to put our back on. And again, you want it to be covered by the tape. Okay, so there's what our card looks like. And it still shakes. Now we're going to stick the back on so that we can't see all of this. And again, I've just cut it 1/8 of an inch. Look, I've still got my tape on. Shorter than the actual card itself, the card base. So we're just going to hide everything we've done inside. Just give it a squash down. And there we go with our shaker card. Just give that a burnish, flatten it out. You can't have a shaker card without giving it a shake, can you? And we're just going to do exactly the same, only we're going to use, I've also cut labels out to go on the front, so we'll do that in a minute. We're going to use our reindeer for this one. So yeah, after playing around with them markers, I definitely think they are an investment. And I definitely think you will see more projects coming up from me using our blendable markers, and they truly are blendable. I've never known a marker blend so well. And I have the first edition ones, I have the Copics ones, I have the Spectrum Noir ones, and I've never known a marker blend as well as they do. Right, back to our tape. Did I even put, oh, I did put my front on. And again, we're just going to go round, we're going to seal off our window sheet. Of course, not going over the window. not leaving any gaps. For anything to escape. Give that a good bench down. Don't put your tape away just yet because we need it to cover up where we're going to put Rudolph. Okay, so I'm going to take this bottom piece off. Okay, and I'm putting them bottom towards me. I'm sticking them on the tape. And I'm putting another piece of tape over the top of him. Just on his feet, where we created that, like on over the window. I knew it was going too easy. Right. We can stick his feet down, and then that other bit we can fold back. Okay, so there you go, if you make a cock up. So again, these flat sequins, we do actually sell sequin trim, which is flat, but I'm just using up what I've got. Okay, so bit of glitter. Then we'll go around, take our tape off. Making sure we don't leave a gap. Okay, take our other piece of window sheet and stick it directly over the top, sealing that down. And you can be as rough as you like with it now because it ain't gonna come out. Okay, then we're going to stick our back piece back in so that nobody can see what we done or how we done it. And again, you're going to line it up, and as I say, I've done it 1/8 of an inch, my designer series paper. smaller, and that's it. Give it a good squash. Oops. Okay, good burnish, flatten it back out, and then on the front, I've done one for each card, but we're just going to okay, and I want some gold ribbon. Sorry, my arm's in the way, I know, how rude. I'm just trying to get at me ribbon here. Okay, I'm just going to use a bit of this ribbon. Just going to put a strip across the front. Definitely need to get more scissors. I'm going to put a piece of tape on the back. Can you see what I'm doing? So this must be 1/4 of an inch ribbon. Okay, so I'm just going to pull that so I can peel it off easier. There we go. I'm going to put that just in the middle there, as straight as we can possibly get it. Let me try these with the scissors. This is what happens when you use paper scissors on ribbon. It just blunts them. Okay, get rid of that in your bin. Some dimensionals. I did see a packet there. There they are. So we're just going to lay that over the top of our ribbon. I'm going to piece of scrap to stamp on. Let me see. I'm just going to use black. Okay. Punch that out, whatever I've done with the punch. I'm going to go over that with a bit of Wink Stella. I might even just go round the edges. Just take it round. Okay, and you know what I'm like, hate anything flat, so I'm just going to give that a ruche. Roughs it up a bit. Take my dimensionals. These are the mini ones that I absolutely love, because you can slot them in anyway. Oops. And we're just gonna slightly offset that. And there is your very flat, very postable shaker card. Does she? There you go. So I hope you give that a go. As I say, it's not my original idea. But I don't know who to give credit to, because I have seen quite a lot of them floating about. But yeah, I just thought it was a brilliant way of doing a very simple card that you can send in the post, that the post office won't moan about or charge you extra for. So I hope you give them a go. And I hope you give them pens a go as well. And I know for a fact you won't be disappointed at them markers. They're absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much to all the lovely new people that have subscribed to me. Please say hello. You can always find me about. Yeah, so thank you so much. My shop will be linked below. If you're interested in becoming a Stampin' Up demonstrator, you can always go to my shop page and click on the link. And I'm just going to put my teeth in. So take care for now. Bye.